Hello, welcome to Tales of Myth and Mayhem. I'm Marc, your keeper of Arcane lore. We are playing the last 1920s scenario from the Edinburgh Diversions, the Beast of the Braids. So one shot set in the 1920s, with the same cast of characters: Kathy Bacon, Richard J. Monroe, and Joshua Campbell, PhD, Master of the Arts. Um, we will start with Pat, and introduce yourself, Pat, before we get started.
Hi, I'm Pat. Yes, I am playing Joshua, and he has seen quite a few strange things, but nowhere near as strange as I have seen recently when I saw somebody trying to steal a badger. This is some weird aside. I actually saw somebody try and steal a badger the other day.
From where?
Side of the road. It was the most bizarre. The badger got away, but I feel like I stumbled into something I shouldn't have.
It just seems hazardous to attempt. I mean, it's a badger.
Point of order. I'm not sure if it's a kidnapping. I'm not sure if it's stealing if it's a badger, because stealing implies ownership, and nobody can own
the badger owns itself.
That's kidnapping.
Okay, the abduction of a badger.
Yes, that's
yeah.
This is why people stream for badger abduction stories.
And accuracy.
And accuracy. And pedantry. But I mean, yeah, Cher's right. They can steal the badger. No one can steal a badger. You feel chastised, Pat?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we should just pack it in now. That's it. No more game tonight. That's
okay.
No, carry on. So you're playing Joshua Campbell.
Yes, Joshua Campbell, Doctor of Archaeology at Edinburgh University, World War One veteran, and all around
World War Two veteran.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. Actually, that would be great race of youth. No, yeah. That would be. Oh wow! Oh shit! There's another one. And he is quite a stiff upper lip chap, except whenever that lip happens to have 12 tendrils coming from it. And with that in mind, I will pass over to Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. I'm playing Kathy Bacon. She acts and stuff and parties a lot. And, I'm going to reveal some things from the character sheet that I don't think I have yet. She has an agent called Billy Balls, who doesn't call as often as he used to.
Because the keeper didn't know that he existed. And had he done so, then Billy Balls would have made an appearance at some point.
I did include him on the character sheet.
You think I read your character sheets? No.
I thought that was a thing. Anyway,
it's a thing. I just don't know, because I'm useless.
Also, she's a secret socialist. Because, it's the 1920s. And, a woman with ideas is probably going to get, murdered or something. So she keeps that to herself, doesn't she? Yes. But anyway, that's me. That's Kathy. Calder, who and what are you?
Are you muted, Calder? Okay, could be that we lose Calder at some point. Yeah.
Calder is unfortunately in the middle of an electrical storm.
Right, give him one more second. Which is longer than a second. But we can hope that Calder makes it back. When he does, he can give his introduction. He is green on Discord, so...
I just sent a message to him on
Discord.
I have asked if he has been stormed.
Stormed.
That does make it sound like he's been invaded.
Yes, it does. Or a very, very rough sexual encounter.
Well, that happens.
No, we didn't hear you earlier, Calder. Can you hear us? Again, good job if you know I'm watching this, because we're watching paint dry. Okay. He got stormed! Oh no. Right, so what we'll do then, Cody, since you can hear us, we will start and you jump in when you can. Alright, if you need anything... yeah, thank you. See? What a wonderful chap. Cheers, mate. So, the three of you find yourselves once again at the little office of Charles Little. If you don't remember, Charles is the professor who got in touch with you, who got you all together after your first investigation and asked you to on occasion help out with certain things that keep popping up with reference to the university, trying to make a little agency for investigating these things. I think we have a caller now, because I can hear the typing.
Is it working now?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know what that was. I didn't do anything. Well, I
blame my children.
Let's not.
Probably their fault.
Yeah.
If Marc's children are listening, you're responsible.
No, one is sick and the other one is jumping on the dog.
Many things.
I'm very upset because I did make some very witty remarks about the badger situation and nobody heard it.
I hate doing that. It does my head in. You've seen something really
good. It's like, why is nobody at least smiling? Kind of like, no? Okay. So I am under the control of the weather gods because there's a thunderstorm where I live at the moment, and it's been messing with the connection a little bit. But hopefully that was the last of it. I'm playing again Richard J. Monroe, who I rolled up as the social character face of the party until Kathy came along and just threw herself in front of him.
A beacon.
Nope, absolutely not.
I'm sorry, darling. If I knew that was your game, I would have made a whole other different character. Apologies, old boy.
But I do love their back and forth of kind of like being the two socialites who just like are absolutely not qualified to do any investigation at all, but they just kind of got stuck with it. We've often joked, and I'll keep using the joke of him having like a consumption chic look to himself. Because he's got
image of Augustus Larkin from Massive Nylathotep.
A little bit. So, I mean, it came from the fact that he rolled up appearance 80, but then like a constitutional size like 35 and 45, and just so he's like handsome, yes, but looks like kind of like a badger, for instance, might take him out. He's an art collector. He kind of collects very like morbid art or like unique art, and that's kind of landed him into investigating with this motley crew. This was regretting it a little bit, probably, especially after the last encounter. But yeah, he's still interested enough to keep going.
So, as I say, you're sitting in the office of Charles Little. His desk is stacked with books and loose sheets of paper. He's looking very harried and... Yeah, thank you for coming in.
Charles, darling, you are exactly the man I wanted to see. I have a problem I would like to try and figure out.
Yes, of course, yeah. How can I help?
Well, you see, as you know, recently, a law was passed in the United Kingdom that allowed for a divorce to take place on the basis of adultery.
Yes, I...
Go on.
I need you to sleep with my husband.
I think sort of Richard takes a moment. I mean, you could have asked me, but
darling, you're not his type.
Wow.
I'll be darling Richard. If you were his type, or if I thought there was a chance, I would have, of course, asked you. But
Thank you. I
unfortunately,
was insulted for a second, but thank you for clarifying. That's very good.
darling.
Joshua's already turned her down.
With most men, I think with most, if I was trying to set up an adultery situation with most men, you would be the first person I go to. But my husband, he's got very particular tastes, based on what my private detective has been telling me. But unfortunately, my private detective could not get any direct evidence, so I need a good and trusted friend to insozzle my husband so I can get out of this fucking marriage.
Out of character, what does he look like? No, not the husband, but the
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. This is
Joshua just has a look on his face of absolute horror.
You may judge me, Joshua.
And this is a guy who has been in war. He's not saying anything. He's just.
Oh, fuck. Right. I don't think that's quite something that is flushes a little bit in my wheelhouse. First off, I'm terribly sorry about the badgers. That was not what we expected in the body. I hope your bites are healing well, Professor Campbell.
Fuck my bites! It's my shoes that I worry about, darling.
I'm sure the small stipend can cover that for you, Mrs.
Charlie
Bacon.
Chaplin bought me those shoes. Do you know who Charlie Chaplin is?
The man with the stunning moustache.
He also bought me some delightful shoes as a thank you for getting him through a very, very hard time with one of his incredibly young wives. That man.
Yeah.
If this is a different period in history, some might call him. Well, there might be a different word for him, but we'll go down that route another time. And now they've been ruined because I spent 2 hours standing at a bog in Wales staring at fucking badgers.
To be fair, you were meant to be in Scotland, so I mean, part of that I think is on you.
Well, I'm sorry. I have no explanation for that except there was quite a lot of drink on the train, and I may have changed at Shrewsbury by mistake. Anyway, what was the reason for you calling us here?
But unfortunately, many of our investigators seem to be put out at the moment. I need to request that you go somewhere. Again, not quite they're being set in you're used to. It's a little place just outside of Edinburgh called Braids Hills. It's a tiny little village. A couple of farms, there's a golf course out there.
What was it called?
Braids Hills. Something going on with the livestock. They seem to be dying off in some strange way. There have been veterinarians out there. There doesn't seem to be any sort of sickness. There's nothing really points to it. I've arranged for you to meet with the councilman out there, Bobby Davis. He'll show you around and maybe you could just sniff around, see if there's anything that, seems to be out of the ordinary. And again, terribly sorry about the badgers.
Come on, Charles. This sounds like something more that you should be getting somebody who works at Edinburgh Zoo to go out to.
Our operatives at Edinburgh Zoo have come down with the flu. And look, I wouldn't be asking the three of you.
Hasn't been a flu up with the Spanish flu, has it?
I sincerely hope not.
So the best suggestion that these people had was, when all the veterinarians came up with nothing, was to enlist a stunningly talented actor, a fantastic art expert socialite, and whatever the hell Joshua is.
Yes, a doctor of archaeology.
You know what? You actually sound useful.
Relevant skills.
You know what? You actually do sound relevant for what this little band is supposed to be. You actually sound like the most qualified person to deal with this. Why don't you go, and I will go back to London and go get a drink with Richard. What do you say, Richard Albeen?
I'm sure Richard is saying something very witty, but...
And Richard has fallen asleep.
Richard says, no, we need to go and investigate this. It's we have said that we would, and we don't want to break our promises. Isn't that right, Richard? Yes.
No, you said we would.
All of you agreed, I remember, at the end of your first little investigation into the Ice Maiden. Now, the Helm of Hephaestus might have caused you a couple of issues, especially Mr. Monroe there. However, you all appear to be in tip-top shape. And I would very much appreciate you going out there. It might be nothing. Just have a look around, speak to the people. Maybe you'll find something out.
Well, fine. Whatever. Yes, let's do it. Richard, darling, do wake up. We have to go to Braid Hills near Edinburgh.
Just to the south of the city.
Fine, let's go look at some fucking cows.
You all head out there. You get a coach or whatever. And you meet this councilman, the edge of the village. Bobby Davis greets you. Your mic is off again, Connor. Welcome to Weird Hills. It's terribly nice to meet you. Ms. Bacon, wonderful to meet a star of your quality there.
Charmed.
He holds out his hand and he's wearing like a tweed jacket and cap. Boots, so Wellington boots up, but not a spot of dirt on them.
Darling, you are so adorable in your little hat.
Well, thank you, and he blushes a little bit. I am very busy. I had to get to council business, so if you don't mind, we'll rush this along a little bit, and yes, you can do your little investigation.
Yes, you said we were told that there were some sick cows.
Sick is not the right word. There's some sheep. Well, I think, in all honesty, it's some wild dogs or something. There's a lot of weak animals, maybe because of whatever illness this is that the vets can't find, and something's attacking them. There's if you listen to the farmers, it's some horrid creature ripping them to shreds. But you know what farmers are like, don't you? Maybe gives you a little elbow.
I don't know.
No,
What are farmers
no.
like?
Yeah, well, quite. If you'll just follow me, he marches off towards a small hill. From that hill, you can see. He points out 4 things. See the one path winding through everything. 2 farms. So Foster's farm, Crawford's farm. It's their animals that are their livestock that seems to be taking the brunt of this, and of course the golf course, which is the pride of our little village here. Miss Bacon, usually women aren't allowed on the links, but I could probably make an exception for you.
Oh, really? Why aren't women allowed on the links?
Well, the delicate constitution. It's golf is a game that is quite demanding.
Darling, do you honestly think that a woman could not swing a stick at a ball?
There's a lot more to golf than that. It's okay.
I wasn't talking about golf.
He gives Richard Joshua,
Maybe you should let women on your golf course then. Because otherwise, we might find some more balls to hit with sticks.
He pulls out a pocket watch. Oh my, look at the time. If you need anything, I'll be in my office in the village.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will.
To the top of this hill, footpath winds down from the hill, splits into like 3. There's lots of hills round about. The farms are kind of nestled in between 2 of them, nudging right up on each other. With the golf course a little bit further beyond.
All right, Dr. Joshua, what do you make of this?
Well, it sounds most likely that something's been killing the animals, and for whatever reason, they're blaming the golf course. Look, this could just turn out to be nothing. Some, I don't know, a farmer who has And Grievance was another farmer, so he's setting his dogs on cattle. Then people are filling in the blanks. What I want to know is, Richard, why are you coming out with so many slurs today? I'm going to fill this in.
We will add a transcript of all the slurs that Richard is coming out.
Yeah, for anyone who's watching, Cole is having some tremendous problems with microphones and storms.
Yeah, it's really bad.
It's
But we can
really
hear him
quite
laugh
bad.
now, so
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
he's just pretending.
Yeah, Calder, we can hear you. We can hear you now.
Oh, can you? Is it working?
Yeah, it's working now.
Oh, Mike, finally.
We just caught the slurs and that was it. That's...
Yeah.
No, I did hear that. I heard that part. And I was just like growling at the... Maybe maybe I willed the microphone back into working to defend my honor.
I didn't understand. Realize Richard had such strong feelings against the Icelandic.
Well, Richard, darling, what's your take on the situation? Because, Joshua seems to be of the opinion this is all a big waste of time, which means that we could all just go to Edinburgh and go to a fine bar that I know of and have a few drinks and a good old time. What do you say?
Well, that shows you, Miss Bacon, that obviously you don't understand old Riki's towns. Each and every one of them has a very fine brewery and distillery, and I think we're going to find an equally fine bar in the village.
I think at that comment, like Richard raises an eyebrow. Now that would be a reason to stay.
Yes, but, people look at me. They've seen my pictures.
Well, don't you want them to? Isn't that part of the...
That's kind of what your job is, isn't it?
Well, 10 years ago, maybe I would have been into it, but recently, honestly, I would quite like to be... Well, I'd like to be able to get a fucking drink without 12 people coming up to me saying, "Ooh, they liked me in the fish, man."
I don't want to hear about your sex life.
So Richard looks around the small town and says, "I don't think anybody here has seen the Fishman."
Well, thank God for that. I thought that picture was dreadful, but I'm still getting paid for it today for residuals. It's oof.
Just wait till Netflix.
I can imagine Kathy, like as an old woman, like getting the residuals from Netflix.
So, what's the plan here?
Well, we go into town and we'll just talk to the ones there. Surely they'll be able to tell us something.
We came through the town already, and no one. There's no one there from the farms. The people actually in the village didn't seem to know anything about it.
All right. So, what are our options then?
You have the path, the farms, and the golf course.
I would really like to go to the golf course.
Davis, correct?
Piss off all of those bastard wankers. What do you say, chaps? Should we go and do our bit for the suffragette movement?
If nothing else, we might as well go there and maybe find somebody who's got a vested interest in helping.
And at the very least, my mere presence will annoy everyone, and I am really in the mood for that right now.
Yes, I'm sure it'd be actually quite fun to go up and tweak some noses.
Yes, sounds reasonable.
All right, all together, gents. Here's
So
a vote
for your investigation,
vote
you're ignoring the
no.
farms where things happen and going right to the golf course.
I mean, it's kind of hard to say no to Kathy once she sets her mind on something.
I will remind you, we only have like 2 hours to play the game.
Right. Well, tell you what.
We still
fine, let's go.
got to
No,
meet
you're off to
Bobby
the golf
Davis,
course.
correct?
It's absolutely fine. I would like, as you make your way through the mist that's lying there in the morning, someone give me a track, or if none of you have tracking, one of you can give me
Oh,
a
that's
spot hidden.
entertaining. Yep.
Okay, that's...
I've got
not
a 25
really
spot
better.
hidden.
Yeah, give me a track if he got it first would be preferable.
I've got 10
That is a
traps.
failure. No.
Track. I've got 10. I've got the base set, but I got more spot hidden. Can I roll spot hidden instead?
I have spectacularly failed my spot hidden.
And I got a hard success.
Oh, nice.
I'll give you. Since you got hard success, I will give it to you. You notice some footprints, fairly small, bleeding off from the track into the copse of trees to the side.
Well,
Oh,
might as well try. Yeah.
yeah, hang on. He points with his walking stick. Do you see those?
As you do that, you smell kind of. So you know, like, I don't know if your grand or whatever used to do it. So like the vegetable soup, the smell of it. You know, the one with the potatoes and the turnips all like mashed together. So it was kind of like a thick paste kind of soup. That's
Yeah,
what you
more
can
like a
smell.
puree
Aye.
broth. And,
Exactly.
Huh. That, does anyone else smell that?
Darling, I haven't been able to smell anything since 1924. Wait, no, it is
Unfortunately, yes.
I've been able to smell anything since 1912, darling. What are you smelling?
Time traveling scent.
Like, bad?
Oh, did he say it was bad?
No, but like, I'd imagine that's almost briny smell.
Like fish?
No, like vegetable broth that's been cooked.
I mean, that's kind of what you do with broths.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, it's been
Cooked just now.
just fresh.
Oh, I see.
But no one's cooking anything near here. We're in a field.
Yeah.
You're not on a field. You're on a footpath. And the footpath goes between trees and little things. It's there's nowhere in Scotland that's really flat. You know, even to get a field, as you'll get your fields, but usually there's lots of small hills and stuff around them, copses of trees. You're not going to see very far in one direction anywhere here. You'll be going round bends and up over hills and down into wee gullies. It's not just you're able to look out and look around 360 degrees and see miles in the distance.
I mean, we can try and find whoever's cooking this soup. I think Richard takes a moment and says, which isn't a great, hint, but it's better than wandering the golf course aimlessly.
I mean, as you know, I'm a keeper, I'm not playing, but anyone round about you can talk to, ask questions of.
Right, who's around?
Person cooking soup.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
All right, let's go and ask who's cooking the soup.
Well,
you see the footprints leading off just round a small hillock, through some bushes. And if you head through, you see a small woman sitting by a fire, a small pot hanging over. And she's stirring at it. When the spoon comes out every so often, she takes a little sip.
Now, let me handle this one, gents. I think I have a way with the common woman.
Who are you calling common? Ah,
Darling,
come now, dear.
we are all common women, aren't we?
Speak for yourself. Like,
I surely will. My name is Kathy. I am a common woman. And you are?
Smiles at you, and the teeth are crooked but well kept. She's a fairly old looking woman, about 75, you'd think. Or the 70s at least. They call me Granny McSween. Come, have a seat.
Lovely to meet you, Granny McSween. This is my associate, Dr. Campbell, and this is my other associate, Mr.
doctor?
Richard Monroe.
I've got these bunions on my feet that...
they're not that type of doctor, no.
Well, dearie, it's a little bit cold outside this morning. If you want some soup to warm you up. What are you doing out here? Are you visiting the golf course? And she spits the ground when she says it.
Oh, heavens no, that place is dreadful. Have you been there?
A couple of times. I've caught some dinner there once in a while. But that arsehole Davis doesn't like to see a woman of my wiles round about, and she laughs and pretends to flick her hair.
Oh, I do like you. We just met that chap. He's a right bastard, isn't he?
Yes. Not the nicest idiot in the village.
Well, every village
Balls
needs his
appear from
idiot.
nowhere. That village more than most, it would seem.
So tell me, Granny, have you noticed anything strange going on with the cows around here?
Well, there aren't many cows around here. You're in Scotland here. It's sheep all the way. We've got so many fucking sheep, it's unbelievable. Like,
I lean over
sheep
to
than
him.
people.
You have Highland cows.
Aye,
Yeah.
you do. You got Highland cows. Are you in the Highlands or no? No. Well then.
No, we're not. No.
I must
Cows.
apologise terribly, Granny. You see, the problem is that we are mostly English and therefore stupid
not.
in the ways of Scotland.
Oh, kind of you see her smile kind of slip a little bit.
Well, they are. I'm not.
So
Yes,
what brings
Dr.
you out
Campbell.
here?
Well, we've been asked by some colleagues at the university since we were coming out this direction if we would stop off and have a look about these strange animal attacks. One of them actually thinks it might be a rather large lynx or bobcat that's came down out of the Highlands.
Oh, there's not been any cats about here. No, they've not been able to follow the lay of the land for quite some time.
Oh, you seem quite knowledgeable about these things.
Oh, I've lived here all my life. I know
No,
all the
of-
farms here, all the farmers. I knew this land before they put the wee golf course here to hit their wee balls with their sticks. And golf. Eat up, eat up.
Okay.
I think Richard kind of like looks at the soup and just politely declines.
No, she takes spoon. Oh, come on, dear, you need some. Look at you, you definitely need something to eat. And she like puts the spoon up to your mouth.
Like just like with like the most charming smile he can muster, just goes, no, thank you. I ate on the way here.
But not to look at you, son.
Yes, I've been
Joshua's
told many times.
already halfway down the bowl.
What's happening?
Oh.
No, I think Richard. I picture Richard being kind of like a foodie and like a food snob. He's like, no, just like potatoes boiled in more questionable broth. It's not really.
Oh, you, it's not questionable. This is a. Oh, right, no, Calder, you're not going to have words, mate.
Granny, darling, I obviously would, but you know, last night I had a tremendous amount to drink. I'm afraid that if I eat anything, no matter how delicious.
You don't see me giving up on my soup here.
Well, you see, my affliction is, darling, I'm English and therefore weak of character and of mind, don't you know?
She looks at Joshua and gives him a look, you know, aye, English.
It's
So-
nice.
Thank you. My ma told me how to make it. If I'd had bairns, I would have told them.
You put in. You don't split the barley before you put it in, but you do boil it before you mix it to soften it. That's it. Yeah.
Just gives it that nice little texture to it.
It's like, Kathy, Richard, please join in. You stop embarrassing me for once.
I whisper to Dr. Campbell in a way that hopefully no one else can hear. Joshua, darling, never eat food offered to you whilst on an escapade. It could be magical.
Yes,
The
but
only thing magical about my soup is the taste.
given the fact that
I'm trying to do that so nobody else can hear it.
She heard you anyway.
Yeah.
Ah!
Look, it isn't glowing, nor does it have any runic symbols, and to tell you the truth, it reminds me of the soup my mother used to make, so I will enjoy it.
Joshua drops dead. No.
That would actually be perfect.
All right, but if she turns out to be some kind of magic, don't say I didn't warn you.
All women are magic, Danny. Thought you would know that. The common woman. She cackles a little bit. How can
See,
I help
she's
you?
Well, we're trying to, like I said, trying to identify what could possibly be causing these attacks on these beasts. My own personal theory is maybe there's been a bit of a barney between some of the local farmers over land, and one setting his dogs on the others at night.
Oh, they wouldn't be doing that here. The she would take them.
The who?
Oh no. Well, of course you're not talking about tall, little skinny fellows running around at midnight on
You
midsummer.
didn't ken the she, do you? Spend too much time in the university. You can tell.
Are you referring to some local folklore or legend?
Yes.
Folklore.
I suppose the closest thing you would have to them in south of the border would be fairies.
Fairies, and she spits. She are nae fairies. None of your little wings and flickering about. This land's old land.
What do these creatures look like then?
Can look like anything. Can look like ducks. They can look like cats. They can look like Miss Kathy Bacon's. I don't know. I don't mess with the she.
I didn't tell you my last name.
You did. Did you know?
No.
Then should we just have said Kathy's then? Because I thought you said the
Oh.
last name. She didn't.
Oh,
This
you weren't
isn't
doing-
her. No, this wasn't her.
You weren't doing a thing.
No.
Sorry.
No, it's alright.
I could just turn around and went, I've seen the Fishman.
We shit.
A fish man, I'll have you know.
Fishman.
Fishman.
It's the fish man, because it's not like
It's
plural.
Fishman. No, it's one. Fishman.
Yes, it's about one man who is a fish who wants to have sex with me. Of course, we don't say that explicitly in the film.
Because you don't
Because,
speak in the film. They're not the talkies there.
What?
You're not in the talkies. You're in the silent movies.
They still
So
call
you don't
films.
say, and yes, but you don't say that in the film. Of course, they didn't say that.
We don't write that in the film.
Pedantry.
Fair enough. But anyway, so we've got these creatures you could describe them as miniature shapeshifters.
No, not really. Because look, I didn't have time to explain the sheet here. I've got places to go. Places to be.
So
He's
what do you
after
know-
what's going on with the animals and the like. Well,
Yes.
someone give me a charm roll.
That's me. That's my skill, baby.
Oh, I failed.
Failure.
No,
Oh wait,
that was-
success, hard success. I
That
thought
was
I was
me
reading
who failed.
Joshua Campbell's role.
Aye. So with a hard charm roll, well, see, there might be a little. They share a bit, but maybe I gave that Foster a wee bit of help. He was spitting and moaning about how his farm's not doing that well. I gave him a wee magic spell to help him get along. And I don't think he did it right, because if you go look at his farm, aye, you should listen to old Granny Sweeney. Granny McSween.
You're saying you gave a spell to Farmer Foster
Aye, wee
To-
Foster.
to-
Looks
to
awful like
reverse
he's
his
there.
his ill fortunes on his farm, and you suspect that it may have gone wrong. Is that what you're
I
saying, Granny?
suspect he didn't follow my instructions.
So you are of witchcraft.
We don't be bandying those words about here. I'm of the land, dearie.
Your secret will be safe with us. Do not be afraid.
It's not a secret.
I give a glare to Dr. Campbell, just like, see?
Oh, right, because yep, you don't know what was in the soup.
But none of us has grown an extra head yet. Anyway,
It's not Christmas.
oh, so you must be one of those local kind folk then.
I'm just a wee old woman trying to help out where I can. And
Well,
as she says that, if any of you want, you can give me a psychology roll.
Actually, I think I've got good psychology.
That's me too.
No, I've got psychoanalyst.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fail.
Wait, did it roll?
Mine did.
Oh, mine didn't click. One sec. Oh, did it? No, it didn't. Psychology. Here we go. Oh yeah.
If you want
Kathy-
to spend 3 points of luck to make that a hard success, I can give you some information. maybe.
I do, you know.
You do.
Oh shit! I was trying to change my luck and I clicked it instead.
I don't know what about.
Whoops. Okay, luck goes down to 57.
She's not being too honest with you. Well, dearies, when he starts packing it up, puts out the fire.
Hold on, Granny McSweeney.
McSween.
McSweeney,
Yes.
why don't
dearie.
you tell us the truth?
Excuse me.
I don't believe that you've been entirely honest with us, darling.
I
Now,
think you're being a wee bit rude, and she takes the bowl off you, dumps the broth out, some of it splashes in your shoes.
I am of the belief that it is far ruder to deceive people. Now, what did you give the good farmer? Really?
I gave him something to raise his luck with his farm, to make his life a little bit easier, a little bit better. If he didn't do it right, it's not my fault. Now, I will be leaving. And she looks at you, Josh, and says, glad you enjoyed it, son. Come back
Thank you.
anytime. She packs her stuff up.
All right, gentlemen. Clearly, she is some kind of trickster.
You know, we should have actually asked her what this Forester was before she left.
You know the two farms. There, one is the Foster farm, and the other one is Crawford's.
Is what? Sorry.
Crawford, the Crawford farm and the Foster farm, both of which are further up on the path before you get to the golf course, or splitting off to go one way for the golf course.
Well, it can't be too far to find, but look, I mean, I know that I played my hand a bit strong there, but I seriously believe that she is not someone who is being entirely honest with us. In fact, I think, based on our previous adventures, I feel that she is more involved in what is going on than it may appear. Would you say the same, Richard?
Colder?
Slur.
Yeah.
Minority slur. Yeah. And we heard you laugh there, so I think you're just hiding from us.
I think that was me laughing.
Oh, it might have been you imitating Calder's laugh.
I wasn't imitating, it was my laugh.
Yeah, no, that's it. You're a shapeshifter. Right. So what are you doing?
Heading towards the farm, and
Which
hopefully
farm are
be
you
able-
going to?
well, I'm going to look for the one that looks the most.
You've been pointed out, Foster. You know which one's which.
All right, head towards Foster's to have a look at it, see what the conditions are like there.
I would like whoever has the lowest luck, give me a luck roll, please.
Mine's 57. What's...
Let's see. all the...
What's everybody else's luck?
Okay, for some reason, Richard has 120 luck, which is impossible. So I don't think it's his.
Well, clearly doesn't, because the microphone keeps breaking. My luck is currently at 60.
Right.
So I guess that means I'm the lowest with 57.
Yeah, Carrie, give us a roll, please.
53, baby!
53, woohoo!
Just a success.
You head off towards Foster's farm. The rain is starting to come down a little bit. It's not, not pissing down, but it's starting to get a bit more. You can smell the wet grass and something kind of rotting. Not like actual rotting, but you can see as you get closer to the farm that some of the crops aren't growing, probably to be dying off in the field as it goes. Joshua, give me an archaeology roll, please.
Success.
As you're walking along, you're walking now. You're off the footpath and you're walking along. So side the fields, crops, and the animals are there. You notice certain like arrangements of stones, quite just sticking up out the ground. You know that they'll probably be bigger, and you've seen that sort of thing before. But these sort of things are usually markers for burial. From some of the old Gaelic and Pictish tribes. You don't usually see them that close to the surface. They're usually a little bit further down, but they're well worn. They're not cleared
They're
out.
not new.
Yeah,
No.
so it's something you'd probably be interested in looking at another time.
Right. He takes out his notepad and just jots that down, and how many there are. And just the way like you'd imagine somebody's like, I'm going to come back here and have a look at these.
You, what are you doing there? You see a man walking towards you. He's balding, his face is ruddy, probably early 60s.
Hi, darling. My name's Kathy Bacon. I'm afraid have you seen me in the pictures?
Don't do any pictures. What are you doing in my land?
Well, I'm afraid we got a little bit lost, darling. We were looking for the Foster farm.
I'm Foster.
Oh, how delightful! I grab his hand and shake it. Kathy!
Give me a charm roll, please, Kathy. Not to have you rolling too much, but I want to see how he reacts to you here. Nice.
A standard success.
Charmed. Albert. What he's doing here? He looks out past you, he sees you at the stones, Joshua, and for a second you see a kind of frown across his face. And his gaze turns to Richard and then back to Kathy. I've got work to do here. I need to clear some of this before the rot goes any further.
Well, Dr. Jack...
Rot?
Oh, yeah.
Rot, it's... they're withering, they're dying off, and I'm not sure why.
Would this have something to do with Granny McSween?
Roll spot hidden, please.
All of us?
Failure.
Anyone, I mean, spot hidden or psychology.
Oh, damn.
If you've got a better psychology, Kathy, you can roll that instead.
No, I failed spot hidden.
I failed the psychology too.
Calder?
I can roll for Calder.
Calder has left the call entirely at this point.
Oh yeah, I think
Yeah, oh no.
Oh, he changed his lockdown to 80 though as well. Yeah, see. Right, let's go for, has he got psychology? Go psychology at 10. What am I doing? Let's see if he's got spot hidden of 60. Give that a roll. And also a failure. Everyone's failing. I don't know what you're talking about. He starts walking back towards the farmhouse.
Foster, I don't know what you can tell about me, but I am not what you would describe as a country person.
Oh,
I have great respect for people of the country, of course. You provide all of the food and sustenance that we need. However,
Won't be doing that this year, will I? He takes his hat. Not his hat.
What I lack in the knowledge of the rural lifestyle, I do understand people. And I know that you were given a spell to fix a problem. And the problem has not been fixed, has it? Now, myself and Dr. Campbell and good Mr. Richard Monroe, we specialize in helping people much like yourself. So we want to help you, but you have to tell us everything. We will offer no judgment, and we will not get you in any trouble with the law or otherwise, whatever you have done. But we will help you if you let us help you. Do you understand?
For a moment, it looks, they're really kind of, just in case anyone's listening, the Calders told us to keep using Richard as a fragile meat shield. I make no promises. Yeah.
sorry, I did actually just see that. It's like, wait, what? Oh.
She told me to restore the land to what it once was.
But something obviously went wrong. Did you make a change?
No, I did everything exactly as she told me.
Did you write it down or anything like that?
I wrote it down, everything exactly as she said. I did it all. Restore the land to once it was, she told me. Fucking, all it is death.
May I see it, please?
Aye, come with me. He takes you along towards the house, and you can give me another spot hidden if you'd like, as you walk towards the house.
Success.
You get success.
I fumble it.
You fumble it. We'll work out something for the fumble in a minute. You see, just in the barn, there's dead sheep in there, but they're like lying in a lump, as if
Like they've been chewed up almost.
as if they're boneless.
Oh.
He shows you get to the house, and he shows you how he wrote it down, every step. And I did it all exactly like she told me. How is this what the land once was?
Well, you do know you have graves on this land, don't you?
No, this land's been in my family for generations.
That
no
probably
graves here.
predate your family, Mr. Foster. I'm taking with a name like Foster. Your family aren't originally. No comment. No. I mean Campbells. We come from the north, further north, but Foster isn't really a Lothlonian name, is it?
A name's a name.
Going back. Now, if you notice those stones out there that I was.
Aye.
Yeah. How long have those been observable? How long have you been able to see them? I mean, they've always been there.
I think they've always been there. It's not something I really paid attention to. It's not in the actual field.
You see, I think I've got an idea what's gone wrong here. Kathy?
Yes.
Kathy? Yeah. Called Richard. The spell that you've been told, and I can't believe I'm actually going with this after so many. The spell said it would return the land to whence it was, correct?
Aye.
That's what the old bat said.
These standing stones are Pictish grave markers. They predate the Roman incursion into Lower Britain that's literally went back to what the land once was, a place for the dead and dying. Now, I've written several papers on our assumptions on Pictish burials and burial sites. Of course, we don't have a great deal of historical evidence. We have to rely on archaeology, and archaeology means working with what you can see and putting together and making logical assumptions. But I think that the fact that they would leave animal bones at their graves as part of the offerings as well, and is definitely having an impact here, to say the least.
Tell you what, since you're quite good at that, I'll give you either another archaeology roll, or you can spend 20 luck to get some more information from what you found before.
Okay. How many luck do I have? You know what? I'll spend the 20 luck and go down to 40.
Kathy has 1 in archaeology. Can I make a roll?
Of course you can.
If you get this, so help me God, I will go over there and punch you.
Failure.
Yes, the way it was intended.
If that worked, I think Kathy would have had to have basically just come up with something like, "Oh, this reminds me of a film I was in once."
Yes.
But that did not happen. So Kathy is just like, "This is your area,
It's not
Dr.
just
Campbell."
burial, it's sacrifice.
Yeah. See, the Picts believe most religions you see, whether formal through a kirk, because we're in Scotland, we all know what kirk means, church, or temple, or even through a druid, requires sacrifice. Christ was a sacrifice for mankind's collective sins. The Roman religion is filled with sacrifice has always been offered, and among the Pictish, you see, Mr. Foster, a lot of sacrifice was given to appease their gods and to help ones through. Quite often, it would be sacrifice of animals, as you've probably noticed. Tell me, Mr. Foster, do you have a son, by any chance?
I don't know.
Any children?
Nah, no bairns for me.
Oh, that's actually positive in a way. I'm sorry to bring it up, but
I don't know when to starve when my farm dies. Now, if you've quite done with this.
Basically, sometimes it would have to be a human sacrifice. Often that would take the form of the son of the ruler, son of the king, or the owner of the land. In this case, and particularly in bad times, in this case, it would have been your
King's
son.
down
But since
south,
we don't have
he's not going to be sending his bairn up here, is he?
Mr. Foster, I don't believe you understand the severity of the situation. You see, the granny that you got the spell from, she may benefit from unleashing a paranormal chaos of some kind.
I get my hands on, I'll strangle her.
That is an understandable response, but for now, I must say that it seems like that you are in incredible danger here. Dr. Campbell, if I am interpreting what you're saying correctly, you're saying that there may be some kind of old form of danger is revealing itself on Farmer Foster's land.
It could be connected to the older gods. Yes?
Give me a luck roll, please. The lowest luck, so that would be you.
Me?
Joshua, yes.
Oh, wait.
What? Oh, no. Did that work?
No, it says recovery.
Yeah, right. How do you do luck roll? Oh, now I know. Oh, fail.
As you're talking, you're explaining the danger, you hear a growl, deep, and Foster's head goes up, and the door smashes in, and the largest black dog you've ever seen tears through the door and lunges for Foster. Its teeth fasten around his throat and snap shut. The blood flies everywhere. All three of you are knocked back.
And I failed my sanity roll,
Yes, please.
Oh, you need a sanity roll.
Yes, please.
and I failed, so
Ooh,
Hard success. Kathy is the most stable.
yeah. Oh, you lose 4 points of sanity, please. Just as this thing tears past you. The throat gets ripped out, you're all lying on your backs, blood seeping into the floor. You can smell the tanginess of it. And this massive black dog. It's not a wolf or anything,
it's a dog.
it's a
quite
massive dog. And you see the eyes basically glowing red. The ears are the hair standing on end.
Do we get any indication that this is some kind of paranormal infused dog, some kind of
Does
magic
not
dog?
look like a normal dog, and the eyes glowing red is not really a sign of normality. It licks its maw and bounds out of the door and away.
okay.
I'd like to immediately check Farmer Foster for signs of life.
Farmer Foster is
Indeed.
basically he's still he's unable to talk. His throat
I
is
put
ripped
my-
out.
I try to put my hands on the wound and put pressure on, and I yell at Dr. Campbell, "Campbell, get your ass over here!"
Campbell is now covered in the remains of the soup.
So he was just always just eating the soup.
No, he's just vomited back
Put
up
it back up.
Oh no! Oh, that's
and is
horrible.
scrambling across. And I don't have medicine, but do
Fucking
I have? I
doctors.
think I've got first aid. I do. I'm going to try
I can tell
first.
you, first aid is not going to help the guy. His throat has been ripped out. He is now dying there. You're
All right.
not going to be able to.
Can I try a medicine roll with my
No.
1 in medicine?
No, even a crit here would not save the guy.
Are you sure?
Fairly
Sorry.
certain. You know, you're not able to call for an ambulance and for it to come up, but you even sitting there with him, you would sit with him. If you were able to stabilise him somehow, you would need to send one of you off to get someone. By the time they got here, they would definitely be dead anyway. But you wouldn't be able to. I mean, roll your first aid if you want, but you would need an extreme success.
Well, I got 30 in first aid.
Yep, well, if you can get was it 7 then?
No, really not.
No. Here, let's see, can Richard get in here? His first aid. Also a 30. He's a roll and gets a fail. You all try to help this guy as he's bleeding out. Your hands go into to staunch the bleeding, and you all get in each other's way and just seem to open up the wound even further. At least you can make some black pudding.
So I guess after he obviously passes away,
Yes.
Kathy stands up, rubs her hands like on her clothes, and is just like, "Gentlemen, after this, can I get a promise from you that we are going to find that fucking granny, and we are going to make her pay for this?"
Ripped his face off. Ripped his throat out.
I would like to grab Campbell and give him a quick slap across the face.
Fuck!
Get it together, Dr. Campbell. More working men, more workers of the land are in danger. We need to keep our shit together, don't we?
Right. Okay.
Now,
Right.
where did that bloody dog go?
More to the point, where did it come from?
Well, it came from the house, didn't it?
We're in the
Outside.
house.
You're in the house.
Wait, we're in the house?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
You
keep
went
forgetting
inside.
where we are. Okay. Well, we should probably go and follow it, but try to keep a wide berth so we don't get eaten ourselves.
You can give me a track roll.
Failure. Kathy doesn't know how to track things in the wild.
No.
No, fail.
You could spend 17 points of luck.
Can I try spot hidden instead?
If you give me a hard spot hidden, yes.
You know, I want to try a spot hidden too.
There we go.
Oh,
Succeed.
shit.
Nice. You search about as you go out. The rain is starting to fall heavier and it seems to be washing things away. And you catch a small tuft of hair, fur, heading out towards one of the fields, heading direction of the golf course.
Kathy, I think you're about to get your wish.
Well, you know what we could do? We could just let the dog just have its way at the golf course, and then we'll be there when he's done. What do you say?
Come on.
Fine, all right. Let's go save the wankers' lives.
And he takes out his gun.
You have your gun out. The rain. You're both wearing appropriate footwear. Richard is coming along behind you, wiping the blood off himself. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I have to get this painted. Something like that, I don't know. The rain gets heavier, you're able to follow, you're able to then see how it's pushed through some of the undergrowth, some of the, you find some of the paw prints. These paw prints are like the size of your hand almost. This thing is massive. As you come up to the golf course, you can see there's hills
Hang
all
on.
around about.
Wait, 1 second.
I'm
Just.
waiting.
Fail, doesn't matter. I was trying to do natural world. I know it's unlikely, but it might be. Oh, well, this looks like a.
Now, I will give you one last spot hidden as you near the hills round about.
Oh, I spend 6 to bring it up.
Oh man, the rolls are fucking horrible. You see a summoning, what looks to you like a summoning circle made of sheep bones. Well, bones.
What the?
This leads into the mouth. Well, this is so just beyond this. Then is the mouth of a cave.
There's going to be
No,
some dark magic shit in there, isn't there?
Yes, takes out his gun. It's like, I've heard of getting your stroke lost on the 12th hole, but this is.
You know what I think we need to do?
Leave?
We need to find that fucking granny and really put the fucking boot to her neck until she tells us everything.
I think she'll probably be in there.
You think?
Well, let's be honest. They always are, aren't they?
Yes, but you see, darling, we can't just go in there because we've just seen a massive fucking beast eat a man. And we are of flesh and blood. I have my little pistol, but I'm also here in high heels. So you understand, we are not equipped to take on the beast. And not without any kind of, I guess, magical backup. And by the sound of it, magic is what we are going to need to take this beast down, as well as reverse the situation, of which we do not have any of that.
He shrugs. It's like, well, I've got my service revolver. That's really about it.
This is not an ideal situation, is it?
No.
And I'd quite like to stay alive to be able to divorce my husband. At the very least. I can probably quite happily die after I've taken it to that fucking bastard, but I don't want to die before then. What do you think we should do, Dr. Campbell?
Well, look, okay, how big's this hole, by the way?
It's the entrance to a small cave. It's probably about 6 foot in height.
Right. 6 foot. What we could do maybe destroy the hole until we can find out some more information.
Okay, that seems like the best plan so far. So, how do we achieve that? What have we got on us? Kathy starts looking for a bag.
Give me a listen roll, please.
Fail.
Fail.
My God. What are you people doing?
Well, I'm sorry. His hearing was damaged at Gallipoli. Where were you?
And have you met
hole.
Kathy? Kathy's a talker rather than a listener.
You can smell, though, coming from the cave. It smells like awful death. You can hear inside, there's somewhere deep inside, water dripping is echoing through it. And then behind you, you didn't hear as she approached. Granny McSween cackles.
Wait, we didn't hear her.
You didn't hear her, no, you failed your listener.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Dr. Campbell, why don't we go back to the house and see if the
No.
good farmer Foster has any
No.
kind of weapons?
No, but she's behind you. And as you turn, when she finally makes herself known, you see her as this large, gaunt hag. Her face sallow, a greenish tint to her skin, the teeth are long and pointed, hair has gone wild, the arms are stick thin with fingers ending in massive claws. Both of you roll sanity, please.
Failure.
Success.
You lose 1 sanity, please, mate. And
Okay.
no, you, Kathy, you lose also 1. You're lucky.
Great.
You've come to see my hound, the Black Dog of Keranos.
Why have you done this?
Back to bring it back to how it was. This is our land. The bloody tongue will set us all free.
Do you not think that this is 100 years ago or 200? They've got you tricks in here. They'll send the army in.
She
Granny,
again.
property is theft. You're not talking about owning your land. You're talking about stealing the land from everybody
will
else.
destroy you. Nylathotep ride the hound Keranos, and will suck the marrow from your bones. And she lashes out towards you.
I would like to dodge.
Oh, it's okay. She failed, so roll dodge if you want, but you're going to succeed regardless.
I succeeded anyway.
Ah, there you go. And she howls. You've got your weapon out, Joshua. Do you want
Yes.
to shoot, or what do you want to do?
Let's. Well, I'm going to try to put a bullet in her head. Wow. Roll handgun. Extreme success.
So that is the what, the full damage plus roll damage.
Yeah. So yeah. So that was combat. Dexterity. So what do I do for that? Just roll a damage
The
is
damage for the gun is
1d10.
So it's 10 plus 1d10.
Roll 1d. Ah, damn it! Wow, what's the? Oh no! Doing this wrong. Sorry, I'm trying to roll this right. So it's roll. So how do you put the code in for the?
Oh, we roll 1d10. On the left, there's the dice icon in the bar. There's a list of icons on the left. You click the dice icon at the bottom. You can just roll a d10 straight off like this.
Oh, right. On the left. Yes. 9.
Right, so that's
I honestly did not know
total.
that was her. How long have we been using this system?
Yeah.
Right,
This
so
is on every Roll20 game.
Yeah, God.
But now you know. Now you know, so you can use it every time.
That's good. That's good. So I've just hit her for 19 damage.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, yeah.
Yeah.
In which case, your bullet goes into her brain, and you see brains and hair and bone burst out, as well as a black, inky smoke. And you hear from within the caves a howl.
Please tell me that's going.
Roll sanity, please.
Yeah, because holy shit.
Don't think you've killed anyone since the war.
Me too?
Yes, you just saw him.
Yeah, my sanity loss. I lose sanity.
You lose another 1 point of sanity.
Is she still alive?
Oh God, your sanity's at 36, mate. No, she is. She is fucking dead. Her. You see the blood membrane splattered over the bones of the summoning circle, turning them a deep reddish brown.
My God, Dr. Campbell, well fucking done.
Are
you okay?
It's just been a while.
You hear, after the howl, a whimpering coming from the cave mouth. The noises, the gunshot seems to have cleared all the noise from there. Everything else seems to be gone. And you hear the whimpering. It sounds like a woman or a child.
Sounds like someone needs help in there, and it sounds like the danger is past. I'm going in.
Yeah, sorry.
Dr. Campbell, I would like to try and essentially do what is a psychology roll, but I would like to explain it through roleplay.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Campbell, look at me in the eye. Tell me, what color is the ground we are standing on?
Green with flecks of red.
What color is the sky?
Grey.
What color are my clothes? I'm wearing blue.
What is the airspeed velocity of your Lid and Swallow?
Yes, inside. Let's try to find inside.
Now, before we do that, tell me one last thing.
Huh?
Tell me your name.
Joshua Campbell.
Again.
Dr. Joshua Campbell.
Say it again louder. What's your fucking name?
Doctor Joshua. Doctor Lieutenant Joshua Campbell, PhD.
Damn fucking right. Now let's go help this poor woman.
Okay.
Within the tunnel, you see two other tunnels branching off. The whimpering is a bit louder now, and it's coming from the tunnel on the left. From the tunnel on the right, you can hear the growling. Joshua, would you say you would be able to recognise old Scots sort of markings and language?
Yes, he did his. He looks at a lot of his stuff is on the Pictish.
So as you're going through, I take it you're going towards the whimpering.
Yeah.
You see markings on the wall warning of the Witch of the Braids. Warning of the Hound of Keranos. And then a name that you didn't, is not something you would expect to see in Scots. Nyarlathotep.
Obviously, when we turn up in Cthulhu, it was low Cthulhu, but given his interest in the occult after the war,
You can give me an occult roll.
yeah. No, I can't because I'm on the wrong. Now I can. Failure.
You don't recognise it.
No.
Another, 30, 40 feet in, come across a woman. She's fairly young. She's curled up. Tears streaming down her face. She's whimpering. When she looks at you, she doesn't seem to see you.
I like to approach the woman.
She keeps whimpering and crying.
Okay, I like to try and do some psychoanalysis on her, if that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Failed miserably. Because she's not a psychoanalyst.
She's
just,
not. You don't do anything wrong. She just doesn't react to you at all. You hear the wolf or the dog growling again. Give me a spot hidden, both of you.
fail.
Let's see if I can get this. Sorry, my mouse has been acting up and fumble.
Oh shit!
Right.
I've tripped over.
I still have a fumble from earlier that hasn't been addressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yours that was a little bit more difficult to deal with. I will fuck you up in a different game for that, I think.
Okay.
As
Your descendant gets
Yeah. Well, we've got enough bacons to
make a sandwich.
Yes, that's true. Make a fucking picnic. So with the roll of 100, Joshua, as you look beyond the woman, you see nothing. As maybe your fingers go along the walls, and suddenly something snaps on your hand, and you take 4 points of damage. 3 points of damage, sorry, not 4.
Yeesh. Ah!
Your hand is bloody. It was your left hand, it wasn't your gun hand, thankfully.
I would like to take my gun out of my bag. Dr. Campbell, what's going on?
Am I missing fingers or anything?
Well, actually, how many hit points do you have in total?
11.
Yeah, so let's say you're missing your little finger in your left hand.
Ah, my pinky fingers! So, what was that?
You hear a growl. So you thought it was the wall. Then you see the red eyes, and it just turns and runs further off. Seems to be another exit from this cave.
Can I shoot it?
To another. You can roll.
Oh yeah.
Nice. So damage of 2, you smacks into the hind leg, and you hear it kind of yip, and then the growl gets louder. It heads further in, turns, and you see the eyes glowing red.
I'd like to shoot it again, as many times as humanly possible.
Right, you can get a tiny wee gun. I don't know how many holds shots.
6.
6. Right.
It says attacks 1 with 3 in brackets. What does that mean?
So you can roll the first one, and then the second one is at disadvantage, and the one after that is at 2 disadvantages.
Right, so
now you can roll another one at disadvantage.
How do I apply disadvantage? Do I select hard?
No. So bonus penalty. Okay. Go to it.
So that means you take 2 off whatever I roll.
No, that doesn't make sense. Okay, no. Just roll it again then. What it is, you should roll the 10.
I failed miserably anyway.
Right, so that one fails, and then roll the next one again.
Failed miserably.
Right, so one shot hits into it, the other 2 collide off the wall. You see sparks. In this room, by the way, I didn't mention, but there's a couple of torches on the wall. It's like the old kind of wooden torches hanging, sitting in brackets.
I'll have to grab one of the torches and...
Yeah, let's see what Mr. Nine Fingers is up to first.
He is got a finger in his, just and he is trying to like take a hanky out and just wrap it around and trying to stop it bleeding. Do you want me to roll or anything? Or
no, yeah.
No. Yeah, he is very much dealing with the fact that he's now minus a digit on his hand.
So you not want to do anything?
Probably just try to taking out a gun, taking out his gun and trying to aim and shoot at it.
Then roll.
Oh, yeah, fail. Oh,
no,
success.
Success. Then roll your damage, 1d10.
Okay. 10.
Ooh. You again, pain in your finger. You get a hanky around about it. This wolf or dog or whatever massive thing is in front of you. A few feet, about 20 feet down the tunnel. Eyes glowing red, mouth open. And you shoot, and you see it crash into its jaw, and you're sure you see teeth and flying everywhere. And the growling doesn't stop. It takes a step towards you both.
I would like to take a torch and throw the torch at it.
Okay. So you would give me a throw roll then?
Okay, 20. I gotta get a 20 or under on 100-sided dice.
So
That's a 1 in 5 of this at least hitting. Failure.
That is, yeah. I mean, you could spend the 46 luck to make it hit.
I only have 57 luck.
This is true. But then you need to work out what the probability is of me asking for another luck roll.
This is the big bad, right?
Is it?
I think we killed the big bad.
I think I'm going to not bother. I have a feeling that I'm going to need that luck.
Don't let me influence you. You may or you may not. But well, let's say that Richard does the same as you because I couldn't see a weapon there. So let's give a throw, and that's also a failure. I don't think Calder would want me to spend 68 luck for him. Now the wolf goes for... Well, you just shot at something awful, and it's got a taste for your finger already. So it's going for you, and let's see. That is no. He reaches out with a claw, and it just misses you, catching down at your down your clothes. You don't feel it bite into skin at all.
I don't
Right.
suppose it's possible for me to try and charm this beast.
No, I don't think
No.
so.
Worth asking. Kathy's a pretty charming person.
Joshua, what are you doing?
Tries to shoot and fails.
Do you have 45 luck to spend?
No. No.
Would you like
No.
to push?
Okay, yeah, go for a push. Now what do I roll it again?
You roll it again, and if you fail, something bad will happen.
Oh.
Right. Since that's happened. Okay, let me roll something here. You shoot for it again. Your shot's going kind of wide. It's right in front of you now, but you're unable to. Sorry, give me a second. You are. You are unable to get the gun point directly at it. You can see that it's ruined the bottom jaw. Still, there's enough teeth in there that it bites and gets right into your stomach, and you take 7 points of damage.
Oh.
And you fall to the ground as it starts ripping into you with its maw.
Hi, everyone.
How many you got
That's
left?
me. 0.
You're at 0. But
I'm on
0
0.
or less than 0?
0.
Right, okay, no, you're not dead
Wait, did
yet.
you say 7 or 6?
7.
7, yeah, I'm on 0.
Right, you're not dead yet. Okay, you can still survive this. Kathy, what you doing?
Currently sneezing. Be right back.
Okay, Joshua, you die because Kathy took the time to sneeze.
Seems about right, yeah.
Oh, fuck me. I'll be saving up sneezes all day. I have a cold. I just sneeze like 15 times in a row off microphone.
Ooh.
Okay, so
What would you like to do?
Dr. Campbell looks dead, right?
It definitely looks like he is dying.
Has had better days, yes.
Well, Kathy is...
You might want to shoot the dog just to shoot it.
I'm contemplating running away at this point. Because Kathy is just one person versus a giant dog. Like, with a tiny pistol that she has missed more times than anything. So I think what she's going to do is she's going to basically peg it for the exit while shooting blindly behind her. Screaming for her life.
As Kathy runs, I decided that Richard does have a gun. Fucking hell. And spent the 6 luck and managed to shoot it, taking it off of Joshua. Now you're firing blind. You can give me one roll at disadvantage. I mean, you roll the 10s again and see if you can hit this. And if you run away, then Joshua will die.
I don't understand. Like, I just roll and
Just roll, and then we'll roll the 10s again. Now you need to roll the 10s again. Just give me another roll. We'll do it like that. And you both one succeeded. You do a damage of 1, which is enough to kill the beast as its head raises away from Joshua's ruined stomach and goes towards Richard. Your shot just takes a glancing blow to the skull, and you see it crack, and it stops. Head lolls to the side, it looks at you, and it whines and collapses to the ground.
I would like to rush over
It turns to dust.
Right, I'd like to rush over to Dr. Campbell and just say, Joshua, what do I do?
Not that sort of doctor.
Yeah.
Joshua is unconscious, bleeding out of his stomach. Who has the higher medical skill? You or Richard?
My medicine is 1.
First
My
aid?
first aid is 30.
Yep. Then both of you can roll first aid.
Get in there.
Success.
If you want, you can spend 5 to make that a hard success.
Yes, obviously, yes.
And as you're doing this, you manage to. There's nothing actually falling out of them. You can see the teeth marks. There's maybe a tooth still stuck in there. It's a mess. But as you're getting something together to wrap around them, pull it all in tight, Richard runs off to go get help. And the woman that was whimpering screams and then comes over to help you. And between you manage to get Joshua stabilised enough that by the time Richard comes back, you take him out of the caves as it's stinking. One final spot hidden roll, please, Kathy.
Failure.
Okay. You get him outside. The witch's body is gone. The summoning circle of bones looks like it has aged 100 years. The bones have decomposed. A man is running towards you. It's not obviously not Foster. Foster's dead. And behind him, you can see Richard bringing a couple of other people to get you. The man, eventually when he catches up to you, doesn't look at either of you, just grabs the woman and hugs her, takes her into the air. There's a policeman coming with Davis and some other man with a bag, looks like maybe a doctor.
Oh, fucking Davis. I'd like to tear his ear off if that's all right.
I don't think at the moment you are in any condition to do so. Give me a sanity roll, actually, please.
I am in perfectly sane Kathy mode.
Perfectly sane Kathy mode and looking after your friend.
I'm screaming at Davis. You rancid motherfucker! You didn't know what was going on here, did you?
I've no idea. Where's all this blood coming from? Foster's dead. What happened to Foster?
The beast that's been eating the cows turned out to be called here by Granny McSween.
That old hag. Where's she?
She's dead and gone.
So you're saying this was all done by a big dog? Oh, God. I'll never get re-elected.
Well, you know, unfortunately, Davis, it would appear that even if women did get the vote, they
Actually,
probably
by
wouldn't
then,
vote for you.
would women have had the vote?
Yeah, I have the vote now.
Yeah, that would have got the vote by then. Yeah,
Oh,
women would have had the
1918.
vote by then, but only over the age of 30. When did the...
Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Let me rewind
It'd
that
be
then.
That's that time
1928
travelling that Kathy's
before
Well,
men...
even with the women's vote, Mr. Davis, I don't believe you will be getting re-elected.
Doctor
Oh, come on.
tends to Joshua. Davis just studiously ignores you. It starts fretting about. You hear that the man and woman, the other the other farmers, the Crawfords. The policeman takes a look round about the cave, comes out. Although the body of the wolf and the hag are both gone, there's still lots of offal and dead livestock in there. He comes out kind of blanched. He talks to Davis again. So, right, well, I think we'll have to get you all back. You can tell Mr. Little that I really appreciate your help, but we won't be needing anything more. Obviously, it's just an animal attack, and you seem to have taken care of that. Thank you very much. And just turns, walk off, and there's already someone else coming to help with the stretcher. Joshua, you regain consciousness, and you're in a massive amount of pain.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
I run up to and hold his hand as he's been carried away. Joshua, look at me. Focus on me. It's okay, darling. It's okay. You're going to be okay.
And now we'll skip forward a week or so. Joshua, you're still in the hospital. You got over an infection. Richard has withdrawn. Hasn't been to visit you. Is very shaken up. Kathy, what are you doing? Are you still in Edinburgh? Or did you run away to see if you can get someone to shag your husband?
I am going to visit Dr. Campbell with the biggest bottle of single blend whiskey that I could afford and buy, which is extensive. Yes, I don't understand whiskey in real life. You'll have to help me. I don't get it.
Absolutely.
But I basically assume that Dr. Campbell is a whiskey man, so I bring him the finest, largest bottle of whiskey I can get, which, considering my considerable resources and connections, is possibly
like
the most immense bottle
of whiskey.
Judging by Dr. Campbell's career, I'm guessing that this may be the most impressive bottle of whiskey he has ever seen.
Last time I saw this, they were giving it to guys before they went over the top.
Well, I'm sorry for bringing back more bad memories, darling, but I thought you could use a stiff drink. Hospital whiskey is famously not very good. They use blended stock. Blah! Dreadful stuff. It's the 20s. They had, of course, they had hospital whiskey. Of course, they had whiskey in the hospital.
Well, yeah, they used to give. Well, brandy was used. They used Guinness for mothers.
Used to be like a Guinness in the NHS.
You don't strike me as a Guinness or a brandy man. You strike me as a single malt man. So here you go.
Very gingerly tries to drink just a little wet in the lip.
On the way down. You now told this is when you're being released. You're given all of your stuff. And among your belongings, you find a book. It's tattered, old looking. You don't understand all of it, but it looks like spells, folk magic, and there's a name in it. Nyarlathotep. And you can take 1d3 Cthulhu Mythos skill, and you can both take, or all three of you can take 7 points of sanity for stopping the beast and killing Granny McSween.
Does that mean that our sanity goes up 7
Yes.
as a total?
No, as a total. So if you lost any sanity, you've got your max sanity, and 7 up to as long as it's below your max is
right.
And what's the way you do that? D6, D3. Yeah, but isn't there a way you have to do it?
Trying to think. That's fine. No, that's fine. I would just have rolled a D3, but that's fine.
I don't have D3 option, you see, so it's going to roll a D.
You go.
I'm looking at it. A dice roller.
/R 1D.
/R 1D3.
But you can take the 3 points. So it's fine. And you need to then lower your max sanity by 3. But that doesn't matter. That's bookkeeping. We'll do that after. So you've now completed the last in the Edinburgh Diversions. I feel bad because I had prepared. I thought I'd prepared for this, but I don't think I did as well. And I was trying to coddle you both as well. Well, not both, all of you. Since Michelle decided, fuck them rich people at the golf course. We'll go with them. You know that. But that's where the end thing is. That's not where the adventure's meant to take you. So I had to railroad you a tiny bit. I do apologise.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm a bit confused about what the Cthulhu Mythos 1d4 thing's about.
That's not for you. You don't get Cthulhu.
Oh, I was trying to roll. I was trying to update it, and I forgot I wasn't in edit mode.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry.
Alright, the rolls, okay. Yeah. Versus 0. Yeah, everything's a failure. So what did you think? What was good? What was the good?
I enjoyed it.
I loved the shot to the fucking hag that was meant to be, you know. It says
stop.
she fights to the death. Yes. That was rather sudden. I'm not sure if I did the damage correct there, but I mean, she only had 11 hit points in total, so.
Well, she got 9. That would have been 19.
I know, but I don't know if that's right. I'm pretty sure it's right that you do the full plus then. So maybe it's just the full damage, but regardless, she would have snuffed it.
Regardless, her head is now in several pieces.
Yes, it is gone back to whence it came. That's what's happened. No, I really like this one. I liked the you didn't have a lot of NPCs to it's about with the. I think it was quite well described, so where each of the things were.
You turn up and you think, "Oh, this is going to be. Oh my god, what is that?"
This might be my favourite from the 1920s ones.
Yeah, I think it was actually the fact that it was able to bring in a mixture of Joshua's, knowledge, academic and personal knowledge to combine to sort of come up with the idea of what may be going on.
Yeah.
I think the thing that frustrates me about this game is mostly down to I've never made a Call of Cthulhu character before. I used an online generator, and I get the horrible feeling that I have made a character that is very, very weak.
No.
In fairness,
the characters are human. The characters are weak.
I remember doing
with everything except basically charm.
Yeah.
I can't do anything at all.
Yes, you can. You can do things like a normal human. What your characters have is charm and acting, really.
Yeah. It's not like... See, this is one of the reasons why I prefer games like Call of Cthulhu and Vampire and the like over Dungeons and Dragons, is there's more area for roleplay.
Yes.
Because you're not bound by, I'm a ranger, so a ranger would do that. No, I'm a human being. Or vampire and World of Darkness but what would I do in this scenario to survive? Or I want to find out something. Okay, what would I do?
Yeah.
In real life, what would you do in real life? Put it to this, and I find it works better. It works well,
And combat doesn't need to be a big thing of it. Combat is very deadly in this and in Delta Green because you are human and you are fleshy and pulpy, and if a bullet goes in you, there is a very good chance, especially in the 1920s, that you will die.
Yeah. I wasn't talking about physically. It's just every game Kathy loses pretty much every role that isn't charm.
Yep. So that's all right. That gives you the role playing opportunity. It doesn't matter if it's a bad thing that you're failing the roles, right? If you're not getting, then that's something I've done wrong, because if it's something I want you to have, then I should just give it to you. So if you feel you don't.
I think it's just I got the feeling that I didn't know how many points I got.
Yeah.
And then the generator told me, and then I put all my points in, and it was like, my character, even my best skill, is essentially almost 50-50.
Yeah, but that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember playing a Call of Cthulhu game where nobody was an academic, nobody was an investigator. We were all, what's the word? For one of the blue-collared workers.
Mm-hmm.
We were just regular people in a small town in the Atlantic coast, on the North Atlantic coast in America, in Maine, suddenly finding all this shit that had been building up over centuries. I think my character was a cop, just a regular cop, and I don't mean like small town police. Like, there's me and two others, and that's the police force for the county. The other person was a teacher. It was really weirdly, that's actually how Stephen King works. Very few of his characters are like, I'm a professional monster hunter, or I'm this, or I'm that. It's like, no, I'm a normal person who suddenly has to go and kill an ancient vampire that's destroying the town.
And usually it would be not actually fighting the vampire, but finding some way to defeat it, and I think that's thing for it as well. I mean, with these one shots, it tends to come down to something combaty, because that's, especially playing it the way we do for a stream where you've only got 2 hours, you need to have something that cuts it off at the end. And I'm not a big fan of the, especially not in Call of Cthulhu. Cathy had the right idea, running like fuck when that happened. That is the perfect response in Call of Cthulhu. That is the same response.
Actually, I remember one character I played in a game years ago where his response was, he's just lost all his sanity. He shot himself.
Yeah.
And is sitting in the corner rocking backwards and forwards.
Yeah.
I see. I've never played a game like this. Usually, every other game I've ever played, has been, you are some kind of super-powered hero of some kind.
Yeah.
Like, that has been every single role-playing game I've ever played. This is a culture shock.
It's because that kind of works for this level of the game, because you are just you're not the big Flash. You're not like trying to think.
You're not Indiana Jones.
You're not Indiana Jones. You are like my character. Oh, he fought in the First World War. Yeah, and it's the reason why his sanity's low, because he's got terrible trauma. Or the one thing I love about, and it's one thing you can't really do online with streams with Call of Cthulhu, is I really enjoy the investigating element and the handouts, working your way around the map, reading
you can
over.
Do that. I will, for Master Authority, I've got loads of handouts. And I got the physical set. Oh my god, mate! I wish I could show you. I've got like scrolls, some vellum scrolls. I've got a medical file which is about 100 pages going through the psychology of this NPC. And it's fucking amazing. It is so good. I've got passports for the players so they can stick them when they go to the different countries. I've got stickers of the stamps for each of the countries, and you put it in.
No, I didn't have Massive Nihilith tab. I had Shadow of Yog Shoggoth, the one where the sort of the globe-trotting one where you're trying to stop Cthulhu.
Okay, that's I don't know that one. I know the globe-trotting one is Massive Nihilith. That's the one where you go Peru, America, London, Egypt, Africa, so Nairobi, I think.
You actually head
Australia
south. You go into this one. You start off in New England, and you work your way down. You go through Mexico. You go into you go to the Easter Islands and everything. It's quite a good one. And the idea is you end up at Relay, and actually has this thing like, if somebody tries to banish Cthulhu by brandishing the Elder Sign, make sure Cthulhu rips him apart, and the only thing left undamaged is the Elder Sign.
Yeah.
Though actually, I got a great one years ago, and I used it as a springboard. Started off one day, we were bored, we didn't have anything to do, and I went, I've been wanting to run a couple of Cthulhu games. Let's run it. And it was the stars are right, and it was modern day Cthulhu.
Okay.
But the idea was like urban decay, social decay, eating rot, and stuff like that. And I managed to terrify my group by, all I did was I began to talk in a very monotone voice, soothing like a madman's lullaby. And this got to them. Yeah. And
that's what I like to do that. So I find it easier and face to face to do that, because I can change my mannerisms and change it.
Oh yeah, though I did see a stream where somebody they were meant to be doing the big bad, and the girl was doing like the game after, and then just slammed her face like that out of shot, came back up, fake blood pouring out of their nose. It's like,
commit to the bit.
I'm going to roll this, try and beat, and I was like, they became the big bad, and just that change, bit of the dramatic bit of this, it was enough to make their players go, fuck.
Well, one thing, leveling up things that you succeeded on, right?
Yeah.
That's what you do. And you roll it.
Know what you do.
And if you fail, that means you get a D4 of extra points.
Exactly.
Great.
Now we're going to say goodbye, because it's the end of the stream, and I've got work in the morning. So thank you very much, Calder. I am very sorry you missed the end of it, but don't worry, you'll be there for the future sessions. Next week we're back with Die and our big book dragon. Soon we're starting up Marvel game and Mass Annihilotep. So if you're watching, thank you very much. Come join us, like, subscribe, blah 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 blah. Goodbye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.